Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get into our celebrity tarot card reading. And we are going to get into Sebastian Stan or Stan Sebastian. I don't even remember off the top of my head. So thank you, Sweet C. That is a subscriber of mine. This subscriber requested the celebrity. So that is exciting. And if you have a request, please leave a comment or check out the social media in the details. And you can get a hold of me that way. I am going to get into this astrology like straight away. And we're going to get into Sebastian's reading. Okay. Just going to start with this. This gentleman is beyond good looking. I'm just going to throw that out there just so everybody knows. Sebastian Stan was born Friday, August 13th, 1982 at 5 p.m. in Romania. That actually surprised me. I thought he was from the United States. I really honestly didn't think he was from Romania or any other place. His sun sign is a Leo. His moon sign is a Gemini. His ascending is a Sagittarius. And his birth path is 5, which is really nice too. That's very attractive. Birth path 5 is very attractive. Very changed. It's just a lot of change and movement, those birth path thoughts. Okay, anyway, so this person was born just Sebastian Stan, so he doesn't have anything extra going on here, like some of the celebrities. On TV, he played Carter Bazin in Gossip Girl. What? Okay, I was a Gossip Girl fan, and I literally do not remember this gentleman. I do not remember him in Gossip Girl because I would have watched the reruns. Prince Jack Benjamin in Kings, Jefferson in Once Upon a Time, and T.J. Hammond in Political Animals. The latter earned him a nomination for the Critics' Choice TV Award for Best Supporting Actor in a movie or miniseries. He gained wide recognition from his role in Bucky Barnes' Winter Soldier in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, beginning with 2011 Captain America. Okay. 2 years later, he then okay, this is where I remember him from. I, Tonya. So he was in I, Tonya. I believe that he was the boyfriend in the biopics. So that was a good movie. That's the one I remember him from, though. And then he also played in a couple other TV series. And then I just got to go over that he literally was in Pam and Tommy, and I have been waiting for that show to come out forever. I was so excited when I seen it on Hulu about Lost My Marbles. I was so excited, but he did a really good job. I didn't really buy him as Tommy though, like as much as that chick reminded me of Pam, but I literally didn't think he did. I don't think he played it off well at all. It was a good acting gig, but I just don't think he was like Tommy at all. Personal readings, like just like a small live one is $5. And they go up just the more intense or the more in depth you go. But I usually just do $5 for reading, and I just go where it takes me. That's usually what I do. And I do them live. I can do them privately. It's completely up to you. Okay. And I didn't introduce myself. My name is Jordan. I am Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started. We are doing Sebastian's just his current kind of like in the upcoming month, kind of currently where he's at, just getting a vibe off the oracle card, and then we will confirm with tarot cards also. I have one of your celebrities. I think one of the next ones is yours. I think. I don't know. All right, let me timestamp this and we'll get going. Oh my gosh, my pen don't work now. Oh my God. Okay. Apparently the universe is like, you know what? Take a nap. Okay, universe. I'll take a nap. Okay. All right, I'm just, again, going to get the current energy from these oracle cards. I just like to get a current vibe of kind of the situation, whatever's going on here. And then again, through tarot, we'll confirm that, okay? All right, so there are some necessary sacrifices at the moment or currently that are really necessary. They're just like beyond needed here. And not only are they needed, but in order for him to be in a complete state of just like love or, you know, an abundance even of love, and self-love, self-care, you really need to make some necessary sacrifices. And the necessary sacrifices isn't just for the self, connect, but it's also for other things within somebody's life. But currently that's just kind of where he is residing in these cards. There is a question that he is asking or has asked somebody or someone or the universe maybe, but he didn't ask the question with sincerity, if that makes sense. Okay. So there is some, sincerity lacking in the question that he was asking or whatever it was that he was wondering. It just wasn't as sincere as it should have been, or even if it hasn't happened yet, this is something that is upcoming. This is something he would need to do to kind of turn that around. 24 hours, her and her boyfriend broke up, and it's rumored he's cheating on her. Yes, I will. Absolutely. I'll get that in right away. I didn't even know that's what. Let me write it down. Yeah, I do have a ton of readings, but I do want to know stuff like that. So thank you so much for doing that. And I am not tired of anybody. You guys are making Hanged Man. I mean, I didn't even know I was going to be doing celebrity readings until I started, doing them because people liked them. You guys are the only reasons. You're not bothering me. And people say yes when you come in with more confidence. So don't ever think that you need to apologize for asking for fucking anything. Okay. You have every right. It's your channel. Okay. So he's rumored to have cheated. Good. I'm super glad. Yeah, these readings are for you guys. This channel's great, and it's not specifically pertaining just because of me. Like, you guys are the ones requesting these. I'm like, some of them, I'm like, I would have never even thought to do this reading, quite honestly. I should just do like a whole Pam and Tommy thing. That would be rad to make those thumbnails. I get so excited to do the thumbnails. Okay, let's get into this reading. Yes, I will put that on the books. I will get that taken care of. I do want to know kind of about that too, because we've been following Nessa and that guy. Well, when somebody cheats on you, you feel like you're okay and you feel like a bad bitch, the first day or so. And then the next couple of days it trickles away. And then all of a sudden you feel like, a gargoyle. So I'm sure she feels like shit. Britney Spears. Yes, that's on the list. All right, I'm going to get into this reading, you guys. Let me read here. And again, do not ever be sorry or feel uncomfortable about asking for readings here, ever, ever. And yes, sometimes I do need reminded, so that's A-okay, okay? Smile and Happiness, absolutely, she's on the list. I just actually was writing stuff down, and she is on the list. Let's get into this reading. We're going to find out currently, again, just confirming that oracle vibe, just kind of where he's at, just really needing to make some necessary change, necessary sacrifices in order to get into a really nice self-love. And not even just that, it could resonate for his whole life. But as far as like asking something, asking someone or something for, something, and there's the answer is not going to come unless he's asking with like all sincere. Okay. So he has to be completely honest and like really mean this question. And I don't know what that means. Let's find out though. All right, here we go. All right. So with Sebastian, we definitely have our hands full. Hopefully this is exciting. I'm excited to do his reading. I'm sure it'll be great. All right, here we go. Here the cards come out. Okay. So currently, just kind of like overall with this celebrity, he is quite the leader. He's very physical. He's very immersed in like large amounts of energy, large amounts of just kind of capability, adaptability, really just able to get into a space of independence almost, with that birth path 5 and this kind of King of Pentacles upright, the security that he brings and that he is and that he kind of radiates out. It's almost like he's kind of supreme in this aspect in his life. Okay. The physical is like a huge part of his life, and that tangible or that dependableness. But he is learning how to be in relationships. He's trying to learn how to be in a place where he can be loyal, he can be loving and connected. So this is something that he's not prone to, just like being, you know, in these relationships. This is something that he's probably been a lifelong type of vibe, is what I'm feeling here. But in order to be in a relationship or to keep learning how to do this, he's really got to wrangle his emotions in, because he might be a little bit overly emotional at the moment. And then often at times he can be like very stable, but yet very passive and non-action on any of the emotions. But as of right now, he's definitely in a place where there's a flow of emotion, but he's very much learning how to kind of like wrangle that in, making necessary sacrifices, just confirming this oracle. This is self-love, teaching yourself something, or to do a lifelong practice of anything. Okay, let's get into the rest of this. She's probably having a tower moment. Did she have a tower card in any of her last readings, I wonder? Did I predict this in her reading? I pretty much forget about readings the moment that I can't wrangle the energy with me. So I almost immediately forget about most of them, the majority of them. So I have to go back and look myself. But I'm wondering if I predicted that he was going to cheat, or insinuated it. And I wonder if you guys remember, or if you remember a tower card or a storm warning or anything like that. Okay. I get so excited every time. Forever. It's like, you know, when you bake a cake and it's done, and it's like, that's how it feels. Okay, let's find out what is what's the deal with this guy. That's funny. I need to hurry up. I just like am very slow today. I don't know what's going on. Like doo-doo-doo. Okay. All right, let's find out a little bit more here. So I want to go over any challenges within the past for Sebastian, just anything that the universe is going to allow us to know, just kind of open-hearted enough to share with us. Okay. All right, Nine of Pentacles up right. We also have a Knight of Swords, King of Wands, Five of Wands. Okay, so in the past, okay, there was definitely some sort of a moment in which he was really exploring just not only his physical, but just like maybe even traveling, or, you know, pushing his boundaries a little bit. But he definitely was trying to find some sort of exploration, if you will. And there was, you know, some sort of resolve even that he was trying to seek out. Okay. This could have been when he was younger. He was dealing with an air sign, definitely somebody who brought the dramatics, really just brought in the communication of hell. Okay. So it was very confusing. Talking to this person, the words did not make sense. They weren't right. They weren't nice. It was just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. So basically there was some drama here. He was definitely putting himself in this place where there could have been a third party, a fire sign. This could have been like when he was like in his 20s, maybe even 30. I mean, all the way up into 30. I don't even know if he's that old yet. I can't remember. Sorry. Like I totally forgot. In this comfort, he thought it was very dependable. He thought it was safe, which he really, you know, enjoys that safety and that comfort. But he thought he was good to go here. But there was a lot of drama. There was a lot of confusion and conflict and hostility because a third party was brought in to this relationship. And this is definitely something that is in his past. But this was something that brought passion to the other person or whoever took on the third party. It brought them a lot of passion, excitement, and it was kind of something that they were determined to do, whether or not, you know, there was a happy anything. Okay. So it was just, it was determined to be. Anything that is present as far as a challenge for Sebastian. Gosh, lots of stuff going on with the core of himself. This is crazy. Five of Wands. I got a 10 of Wands, honey. Both in reverse. Both in reverse. All right. So Currently, he's experiencing a little bit of lack of direction. So the direction is forward motion. Yeah, but he's not going forward. And that could definitely confirm the oracle, just kind of needing to make the necessary sacrifices. He may not be in that place. It doesn't mean that he's a bad person and he's just not sacrificing him for himself. It just means that he's in a place where he's really trying to get closure on his burdens. He's trying to end any chaos or crazy, wild, unpredictable antics in his life. The core of whom he is very important to him. So he's trying to wrangle all of these things in, because there was some sort of a conflict, some sort of chaos here. And it definitely had a lot to do with an illusion, or, you know, what somebody thought of someone. So it could have had something to do with him or somebody thinking about him. Okay. And in order to get it into a place where you're really making, you know, all of the necessary sacrifices, you really have to be in a closed place on these burdens and on these conflicts and all these things that are, you know, kind of underneath the layers of the surface. Okay. Let me get one more card here on that situation. I'm really curious. Okay. Yeah. So again, this is super, super important, because with the Emperor, it's just indicating that it will bring him into some sort of structure, some sort of discipline, really getting him into a place where he's the leader, the father, maybe becoming a father. I don't even fucking know. Like, he could be becoming a father with these cards. So if anybody knows, I'm not even quite sure. I didn't read anything about having kids or anything like that, but there's definitely some sort of challenge at the moment that he's dealing with, trying to rid of all this bullshit so that he can be in a finer place, a place where he's, you know, the emperor, the father archetype. Okay. The structure, the discipline, this landing. I mean, this would be really great for him, but again, he's got to get through all of the mess first, because there's some stuff. There's some stuff, and it's, you know, it's fiery. Okay, let's get into how he feels about himself. All right, Seven of Pentacles, that is in reverse. So clearly, I mean, we all kind of get into a place where we're like, you know what, this is not how I fucking thought it was going to look. And that's kind of how he's vibing. He's like, this is not like the ideal vision that I had. And I understand it. I get it. I have these, you know, this income that comes in and out. I have streams of income, money. The money bag is fallen. It's fallen over because it's so fucking full. Like, this guy just definitely doesn't think, though, that he's this great, grand, enormous celebrity. He literally thinks that the vision was to just be a human. And it's almost like he's like, this was not what, you know, was set up. This was not how I had set things up, but it is what it is. I'm comfortable here. I'm safe. And he definitely judges himself pretty harshly. So the balance within that is pretty off. So that's something that if he were to make sacrifices to get into that self-love, he would no longer be in a harsh judgment of himself. And he definitely is. So kind of balancing out, you know, getting into a safer Zen place with himself and not judging. Are you shitting me? Nuts. I have fucking chills everywhere. Yeah. This is wild. I have chills everywhere. Yeah, and there's so much conflict and crazy antic burden, you name it. It's very fiery situation. I have chills everywhere. I love this. This is why I love this, because of this moment. Like, these are the moments that this feels, it's just like, why would I be anywhere else except for euphoria, having chills all over my body because I'm connecting with one. I will. God damn. Damn. Sorry. Well, I'll be. Nobody knows how she's pregnant. Well, you usually tend to have sexual intercourse is usually the way to go when you're having a baby, but there's also, you know, alternatives. That's crazy. Yeah, because it was almost like an unsure. And then it just popped into my head and it's like, he's probably a father, is what I was thinking. I'm like, no, he doesn't come off like that to me. But like sometimes, like that one really hot guy that I did, what is his name? Dusan. I had no clue he had kids because like he's so like, you know, jet setting and good looking and you know, Instagrammy. Okay, well, I'm excited. I'm excited. Thanks for telling me that. I'm all stoked. Okay. Let's find out how the world sees Sebastian. They must have had like a booty call on the side. That's fine. Maybe that's why he's trying to learn how to get into, you know, some sort of space of, you know, really loving, really being loyal and like in commit. And he's definitely, it's so funny because making necessary sacrifices for this, like, I hope that this reading is everything. This is crazy. And him having to ask for sincerity for something, it's almost like him asking maybe to be with her, or like be involved somehow. But like the way that he's going about it or asking lacks like any kind of like substance. So sincerity is what he needs. Oh, well, I just love this story. You should be reading this. Okay. Okay. His fans. Okay. Again, I don't know this celebrity in specific very well. Again, I know a lot of them, but some of them I don't. Okay. His fans see heartbreak. This is crazy. 3 swords in reverse. And then we also have our death card. Okay. So the release of this situation is something that the fans watch. Okay. So this is something that we've seen him do, and maybe resisting kind of going into that portal to get into a different life cycle, to, you know, start new, begin, let go, surrender to the fact that you fucking have to start over like all the time. Like it's just a thing. But when you're coming out of heartbreak, it's something you're just resistant. You're holding on. You're like, I don't want to do this. And that's kind of where he was at here. But this is what the fans are witness to. So however long people have been watching him, that is something that they are privy to. The communication is, there is none, and there was a third party. The third party is popping up once again. Yeah, this reading. This is a good reading. I'm stoked. I'm glad I have. You should just come to all my readings and let me know these informations like after I'm done with certain parts. I love this. This is like a cool setup. You could be like the assistant tarot reader with all the cool information. This is crazy though. Okay. So anyway, that is how his fans have seen him. Okay. He very much, the ego kind of revolves around this control. He wants to control everything. He literally egotistically wants to control every fucking thing. Okay. He probably even controls like, you know, the stability, the safety here. It's just a ton of peace that has been turned upside down. And there's no okayness in this romance. Okay. And that is something that that is nuts. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Steven. He used to be like, I think a Vine kid. His brother used to videotape it, and he'd be like, the way he would say things was funny. That's who I was referring though. Anyway, let me get through here. All right. So a likely outcome for the next month. Okay. So we have communication. We have communication, people. It's positive. I'm so excited. Okay, there's communication. 10 of Swords, closure. Oh, movement. We have action. We have pushing. This is crazy. She's 8 months pregnant, and we have our 8 of Swords. Okay, so he's going to have a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety before he gets to this place. But going into the next month or so, he's going to get into a place of conclusion. He's going to come into some sort of shutdown. Let's, you know, come to closure here. And it's going to be pushed with a lot of positivity, a lot of warmth, and a lot of optimism. This is going to be like a brand new fucking sunshine. The next day he wakes up and the sun comes up again. He's going to be just so thankful for this is kind of, you know, this is going to happen again type of vibe. The communication is going to be very pure, simple. The communication is going to be about the anxiety. It's going to be about the stress and the questions and the answers. And, but by the end of this conversation, a little mama's going to be pushing a baby out and they're going to find fucking closure because a baby comes out. And you know what happens? The sun, it shines again. I bet you money this baby comes out at sunrise. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? That's what's going to happen. So we got to figure that out. Okay, so this for 10 is just like welcoming a whole new fucking conversation, a whole new topic. Everything's going to be cleared up. Doesn't mean that it's going to heal and it's going to be perfect. It just means that they're going to communicate, clear things up enough to get into that delivery room, enough to, push that baby out at sunrise and have an amazing life, hopefully. So yes, it does. It's wild. I'm just like, this reading's ridiculous right now. I think it's those cards I was using these were my first oracle cards that I'd ever really bought. And I love them, but I have not used them forever. So I used them today, actually. So I felt like that kind of started the vibe. So immense amounts of energy, just kind of like him. But again, this communication is just going to bring a lot of information, a lot of power to the, the clarity in the conversation and the overall scheme of things, especially when there's a baby, that's going to be born. I mean, this is super important. So I would like to maybe do an update, or if anybody, I mean, obviously, all about this stuff. So like, if you could maybe born, be like, so formal and weird. Let me know when the child's here. We have sacrifice at 9. Okay. Thank you so much for your help. I cannot say your name because I cannot read it. Not you. Is that what it says? I took a stab at it. Please go ahead and hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. That was a really rad reading and that was exciting. Thank you so much for all your help. I'm going to be back on in like 2 minutes if you want to join again. I'm definitely going to be banging a couple of them out here. So I want to make sure that I get those in because I have to also do the rest of my predictions for May. If you would hit subscribe, click the bell button. Again, my name is Jordan. I am Hangman Tarot. If you have a request, please let me know. Get a hold of me through comments or the social media. Other than that, I hope that you all have a beautiful Thursday. I'll see you guys later.